sipping on a glimpse of hope. Change your tone, cigarette smoke match. And strike a pose, hearts are intertwinable. I'm known to be unlikable, unhushable, just fuckable. Dangerous, you say that I'm dangerous. You're the one who's feeling us. An elaborate spell I'm choking up. No, and I know I should let it go. Got my self-control when I went to ghost. Lost my inner soul, open up and close. Open up, I'm close, taking off your clothes, taking off your clothes. Say you wanna fall in my pretty little web of lies, but you wanna fall just to see me catch, gonna eat you alive. Say you wanna fall in my pretty little web of lies, but you wanna fall just to see me catch, gonna eat you alive. Wanted dead or alive, see the pain in your eyes. Can't I swallow my pride, but I wanna just die. Kill what's ever inside, it's not one of a kind. I'm not one to decide, you're not one of my side. Craving emotions, I hope when you notice. Relax that I'm losing my focus, relaxing to cope, and I'm loving you broken and choking the walls, and I'm pulling them closer. It's over, I'm putting up borders. You down to make out in the morning? Man, about to fall, gonna lose it all. It's just clear to see. I look to my left, I can see what's right. Demons are chasing me. Writing on the wall doesn't leave a paper trail. What that means, I can read the room. I don't follow cues. When I go to hell, I'll see. Say you wanna fall in my pretty little web of lies, but you wanna fall just to see me catch, gonna eat you alive. Say you wanna fall in my pretty little web of lies.
And what's up, everybody? Happy Sunday, wherever y'all may be, evening, afternoon, morning. I appreciate y'all coming and hanging out here today, as it is episode number 4. We are officially 1 month into the road to WrestleMania. As we continue our way, we got one more pit stop in the main roster. We got 2 more in NXT, as we got Vengeance Day and Stand and Deliver. But there's a lot of things going on. A lot of things are happening. We are 6 days away from the Elimination Chamber in Chi-Town in Chicago at the United Center next Saturday. We will be in attendance there, so I'm excited for it. We got a lot of content still coming up for you this week. We'll be live all the way up until Friday. We'll be live Saturday over on the Main Event Network before we go to the Chamber. So don't you worry, I still got you covered this week, this upcoming week, I shall say. But the more comments in this episode, the more discussion, the more chat, all the things, the longer we'll be here today. So leave your questions, your comments, your concerns, your news, your notes, all the things you want to talk about. Let's get to the chat, though. What's up, Hassan? How we doing? We got Eric in the house. Eric says, I can't wait to watch the Royal Rumble. Yes, if you did not, and you did not pay $30 for the Royal Rumble on ESPN Plus, you can watch a condensed edition, a condensed edition on the upcoming ESPN tonight. I think at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, if I'm not mistaken. What's up, Hassan? Yes, that is correct. Yes, it is correct. So, let's get into all of the news, the notes, the rumors, all of the things here on this episode. And let's start it off with this. Miss Becky Lynch. Did you guys know that Becky Lynch had a 100% success rate in the Elimination Chamber? I did not know that. So, a fun little fact for you. Who do you guys think is going to win the Elimination Chamber this year? We also, speaking of Becky Lynch, did you guys also know that this year could be the first year, and this just proves how stacked the women's division is now. This could very well be the first year that none of the 4 horsewomen from the WWE, NXT, Charlotte, Sasha Banks, Bayley, or Becky Lynch compete for a world title at WrestleMania. As you guys know, we got Becky taking on AJ Lee, most likely for the US or for the IC title again. We have Bayley in the tag team division. Sasha, now known as Mercedes Moné, is holding all the gold with AEW and whatever title she has. I lost track on how many titles she has at this point, but she's got a lot. And then Charlotte Flair. It looks like Charlotte Flair could be going to be in on a collision course to be facing Miss Alexa Bliss, or maybe they keep Team Bestie together and they go after the tag team titles in a huge 5-team tag team match at WrestleMania. I don't know where it's going to go, where it's going to happen, but this just proves to the fact how stacked this women's division roster is now. Because, as you guys know before, it really wasn't the best, and it really has never been anything subpar or anything that has been like, oh my gosh, I need to sit here and I need to watch this every single day. But this women's division now, you can't miss it because it might be better than the men's half the time. But what do you guys think, and how do you feel about the fact that we could not see one or these four women fight for the world title? I'm happy about it. I like the fact that we can have a world title picture without the four of them, to be honest. 10 years. It's been 10 years, guys, since Shane O'Mac returned at WrestleMania 32. And then we saw Vince McMahon give him an ultimatum. You want to run WWE? You got to do the one thing that at the time nobody could do. And that is defeat The Undertaker. Or, well, I guess he did lose at WrestleMania at the time. But I still don't want to count it. But he said, if you want to become Raw General Manager, if you want to run the company, Shane, all you got to do is fight The Undertaker in a Hell in a Cell match at WrestleMania. Oh, that's it? You act like that's easy. I mean, I guess, but even Undertaker in the 2010s, Undertaker was still a bad MFer, and you don't want to mess with him. But we saw how that ended. Shane McMahon, he did put on a really good performance in that match. Got to give him credit for that. And the match the following year with AJ Styles. Those two matches have always been two of my favorites in the later years of WrestleMania. Shane O'Mac, though, 10 years ago, it's been, and will we ever see him return ever again? I truly don't know. I don't think to be honest, I don't think we will, to be honest here. But let's get to the next thing. Let me know what you guys think about Mr. Shane McMahon. I want to save that part. Let's talk about Royce Keys, because Royce Keys was he was on What's Your Story podcast with Miss Stephanie McMahon. I would definitely go listen to it. I started listening to it. It was actually pretty good from what I listened to, but I didn't get to listen to all of it. So if you guys do have an opportunity, I would definitely go take the time to listen to it. But Royce Keys, formerly known as Powerhouse Hobbs, had this to say during the show. I want to help this company out in a different way. Whether it's backstage or whatever, I have goals and plans that I've written out things. And just from listening of the little bit that I did of the Powerhouse Hobbs Royce Keys interview with Stephanie, it seems like he has a whole new outlook. He has a whole new perspective, and he wants to just do what he needs to do to help the WWE now in any sort of possible way that he can. And I think that's fantastic. I think it's one of those things that with Royce Keys and the WWE, obviously I'm coming from AEW, I just think, at this point, who cares? If they go from WWE to AEW, WWE, whatever works for them, and as long as they're getting, we saw what happened with Tommaso Ciampa. Tommaso Ciampa, yes, he did lose the title as of now, he did, but he did go right to AEW. He did win the world title. He has been in the card as of late, and to be honest, it might be the best thing to happen for him and Johnny Gargano, so they're not stuck in that we want to see DIY and blah, blah, blah. So who knows? It might be a good thing. But Royce Keys, what will be his first feud? What brand will he go to? What is he going to do? And with Oba Femi not making a decision just yet, could we see Royce Keys and possibly, I feel like we're going to have Royce Keys go to one brand and Oba Femi go to the other. Also, we got Mr. Cody Rhodes. He had this to say, and this was, what do you want to talk about? I think it was the one that he had with Mr. Buica Rey Mysterio. He said, I feel right now, I like the challenge of being a babyface because it seems almost impossible some nights because it's easier to be cooler. I think sometimes there's some elements of being a heel that are a lot of fun. Whereas a babyface, especially a white meat style, or more how Cena would put it, virtuous, where you're really trying to make the right choices, that's not always the most appealing thing by modern entertainment standards. I think if we ever transition if a heel turn was to come back up, that might be something I could even need in my life and don't realize. The Cody Rhodes heel turn is going to feed families. Cody Rhodes being a heel again is going to be oh so beautiful. I'd put his hair back to black. I'd put him back to how he used to be. Not exactly, but you know what I mean. Like an upgraded version of what he used to be. I think that the Cody Rhodes heel turn eventually, whenever it does happen, is going to be one of the most talked about WWE storylines. in a long time, because we obviously know Cody Rhodes is the baby face of all baby faces right now. Everybody loves themselves some Cody Rhodes. Everybody wants to be a part of Cody Rhodes and that whole situation. But I think Cody Rhodes is a heel. It's something that we have never seen before, and something that could completely change the landscape of the WWE. I don't know who you would feud with exactly. I think maybe a heel Cody Rhodes against Javon Evans, a heel Cody Rhodes against Sami Zayn, heel Cody Rhodes against honestly anybody. I think would be really good. I think we still need to run that Cody and Randy story back, and maybe it is Cody being the heel again, and maybe Randy being the babyface. I don't know, but I think it's going to be one of those things that we do talk about for a long time, and it's going to be exciting. And I just truly cannot wait for it to happen and for it to go down. Let me know what you guys think. Would you be down for a Cody Rhodes heel turn? Do you not want to see it? Do you like the Cody Rhodes babyface? What do we think about Cody Rhodes and all the things that he has and that he is going on right now? We really truly don't know what he's doing at WrestleMania yet. I mean, we kind of have an idea he could be facing Drew McIntyre in a triple threat match with Jacob Fatu. It could be a fatal four-way. I mean, on SmackDown 2 nights ago, it looked like Cody Rhodes got involved with Jacob Fatu. Randy Orton got involved with Drew McIntyre. So there's a lot of things that could be happening. We could be very well. I know Mr. Too Sweet Kyle did an episode earlier this week, so he might be right about that multi-person match. But Cody Rhodes heel turn going to feed the families. It's going to be a beautiful day in the WWE. Quick shout out to Mike Santana. He is 3 years sober. I've had a lot of family members, a lot of people that I know, how difficult it is to be able to do all of that. So, congratulations to Mike Santana. 3 years. You love to see it. I just wanted to take that moment because that's what it's all about. You love to see it. Speaking of love to see, it's been almost 1 full year since we saw Thunder Rosa back. Well, July 2025 to February 2026, we saw Thunder Rosa compete as, I think this was last Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. But Thunder Rosa back in the WWE, back in the AEW ring. And I think, again, I always say it, just seeing the comebacks, the superstars, awful injuries, all the things that they got to go through. I'm happy to see whoever it may be, if they go, whatever they're coming back from. Thunder, I thought Thunder Rosa was gone for a lot longer, to be honest. I kind of remember her coming back a little bit, but then I know she left again. And then she, so it was just one of those things. We really didn't know when Thunder Rosa was going to come back, but I'm happy to see her back. And I can't wait to see what she does. We had to have some AEW talk, 2-day combo tickets are on sale now, and Finn Balor having some fun with it. Tickets are obviously not doing the greatest. They got 25% off. 2 combo night tickets for Saturday, April 18th, Sunday, April 19th. But Finn Balor had some fun on the promotion poster as he put himself in the middle and he put himself as the world champion. Listen, I mean, I would love Finn Balor to be world champion. I just don't think that you're going to have CM Punk lose in Chicago, because if CM Punk loses in Chicago, then we're going to riot, and then people ain't going to be happy about it, and then it's not going to be such a good day. So, I think that Finn Balor will lose. I think Finn Balor's fighting Dominic Mysterio at the World and at WrestleMania for the Intercontinental Championship. That's what I think's happening. But Finn Balor having some fun with this, who knows? Maybe they got some ticket sales because of this. Hey, I mean, hey, you got to do whatever you got to do, and whatever gets the job done. I mean, shit. I mean, that's just how it has to be, and that's what has to go down. So, Finn Balor, do what you got to do, bro, to keep doing you and to make sure that you get yourself to WrestleMania. I think, as I said, I think Finn Balor will do something at WrestleMania. We also got the 2/21/11 surprise. This happened, well, what would that have been? Yesterday? So, yeah, yesterday would have been oh, my God. It's been 15 years? Huh? Oh, my God. Well, 2/21/11, let me tell you, and let's take and go on a little story time with Tino Tom. If you remember, we were having video packages about 22111. We had no idea what it was. We saw a door, we saw a house, we saw a bunch of things, we saw a shadow. I mean, I think we all kind of knew it was going to be The Undertaker because if you guys remember WrestleMania 26, he did go on to face Shawn Michaels. He had that match, career versus streak. And this was kind of the time that Shawn Michaels, or I should say Undertaker, was kind of not competing all year round. He was competing at WrestleMania. He'd make a little one-off here and there. And that was about it for The Undertaker. After about WrestleMania 24, I feel like. Around WrestleMania 20, well, I guess 26 because he did compete at the Elimination Chamber that year. So we'll count 26, I guess. So 2010, after, I feel like 27 then kind of started it then because him and Undertaker had one hell of a match at WrestleMania. But I remember when the day finally came, I remember being in school that day. I remember talking to my friends about it. I remember us trying to figure out what this would be and what this would mean. We knew it kind of had something to do with the Undertaker because you could see the door. You remember when the Undertaker came out and they lit the casket on fire with Randy Orton back in the day. I think that was like SummerSlam or Survivor Series. They did that with Cowboy Bob Orton. But when Undertaker came out, I think we knew that would happen. But then Triple H came out, and that was surprising because Triple H, he was starting to have a little bit more injury problems at the time. Triple H wasn't the game as we knew it. He was kind of breaking down a little, even though he did compete for a long 8 years later. But Triple H, Undertaker came out. They said no words. Nothing was said. These two walked to the ring. They looked at each other, and they looked at the sign, and that was all that needed to be said. It was storytelling at its finest. You know it's good when you don't have to say a word, and you already know what was going to happen. WrestleMania 27, we saw The Undertaker and Triple H go out there and have the best match on that show because we all know how bad WrestleMania 27 was. But those two, very well, made that WrestleMania bearable to watch. And that 2/21/11 will always be a date I'll remember because that was just something special. But I did not realize that was 15 years ago. Holy shit. We old in this house, people. Oh my goodness. I was a sophomore in high school. Or was it sophomore or freshman? Freshman in high school. Yeah, it was about to be the summer of 2011, and then I think so. I don't know. But that's what we had. But 15 years later, we got to talk about how finally, we've talked about it a lot as I have, and I know others have, and I don't know how you guys feel about it, but the fact that we try to not make new stars as they should, it's one of those things that making new stars is important. And I finally feel like that's what we're doing. We've seen 3 NXT superstars that were in NXT less than, well, we'll count Kiana James because she's been injured and stuff. 2 years. It's, well, getting Trick and Javon just got here. But Kiana's been here, but she got injured. So 2 years, 3 superstars. Finally, 2 within a matter of 2 months. Trick Williams, Javon Evans, Kiana James have all qualified in their qualifying matches for the Elimination Chamber. And this is what it's all about. This is how we make new stars. This is how you go out there and you have people go out there and put on big performances in big shows, big cities like Chicago. People are going to remember the names like Kiana James, Trick Williams, and Javon Evans at the end of the day. And at the end of this Elimination Chamber, they very well might not win, but I'm going to tell you, they're all going to put on a show, and they're all going to be having somebody at that show at the United Center talking about it after, and it's going to be a good one. I'll let you know who I think is going to win this upcoming week when we do our preview show. But as of right this moment, these are the 10 competitors. We got 2 more qualifiers to figure out this upcoming Monday on Raw. And then we're going to have our simulation on Wednesday for the Elimination Chamber, our last WWE 2K25 episode. I know I lied. I said we would have 1 more, but this is the last one officially. We'll figure it out. We got Bronson Reed, El Grande Americano, and who else is in that? Let me go see. Who is in, man? It was Reed. Let's just WWE Raw 223. Right? Right? I think. I don't know. We'll figure it out. No, that's not it. Oh, here we go. We got Io Sky, we got Raquel Rodriguez, and we got Kyrie Sane. Oh, we got fucking, of course. How did I forget? We have the man, the myth, the legend, the man himself, Mr. Yeet Man, Jay Uso, Bronson Reed, and El Grande Americana. And for those, if I'm going to guess right now, I'm going to say Bronson Reed is the last member for the men's. And I'm going to say Raquel Rodriguez is the winner for the women. So that would put the men's and women elimination chambers set as that. It would be Bronson Reed, Javon Evans, Trick Williams, Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, and LA Knight. And then it would be Alexa Bliss. It would be Rhea Ripley, Tiffany Stratton, Kiani James, Asuka, and Raquel Rodriguez. So we'll see if those are the actual ones. We'll find out on Monday. But for right now, those are what we have for the Elimination Chamber. We also have CM Punk taking on Finn Balor for the title. And then we have Becky Lynch taking on Miss AJ Lee. Let's light it up for the Intercontinental Championship. I don't think any other matches will be confirmed. But as you know, if they are, we will definitely let you know. The last two things I want to talk about here, it's some gaming. You guys know we love ourselves. Some gaming here on the channel. Well, WWE 2K26 is coming out soon. We got about 2 weeks left, and the ringside reports have been coming out. So let's share the screen. I'm going to get the screen in here, and then let's talk about WWE 2K26. And first, let's talk about the comeback. It is the My Rise this year. We'll be doing the My Rise on the channel again as we did last year. So I hope you guys will come and hang out and enjoy that series. We're just a few weeks away from the launch of WWE 2K26, and this past week, now of this recording exactly, they have shared more details on the return of My Rise, the name, the comeback. This year's story is all about the archetype return after a 2-year absence from WWE. Here's how you'll face the challenge presented. It is all up to you. Will you heed Paul Heyman's advice from this week's Ringside Report? Let's read it up. The story. As Paul Heyman explains in the video, you created Superstar returns to WWE after a 2-year hiatus at the top of the card. However, the comeback doesn't start smoothly. Early on, you suffer a major setback against Paul Heyman's reigning champions, Braun Breaker, Jordynne Grace, from either the men's or the women's division, forcing you to reassure your approach from there. The story branches allows players to decide how their superstar climbs back up the ladder. You can choose to take the traditional route and earn opportunities the right way, or you can cut corners and take a more ruthless approach to the fast track to your return. These fan favorite rules breakers decisions point through the made will determine how the story progresses, as well as influencing rivalries, match opportunities, and how the WWE Universe reacts to your character. In the men's division, players will work their way into title contention against a mix of current and rising talent. Along the way, you'll be facing opponents including Jey Uso, Jacob Fatu, Ethan Page, All Ego, The New Day, and the Wyatt Six. The ultimate goal is earning another shot at the Oracle's WWE Champion Braun Breaker, who stands as the final obstacle between you and the top prize. Earn each rival and match builds towards the rematch, with branching dialogue and outcomes shaping how you reach it. The women's division. You will play and you will face against Naomi, Roxanne, Kalani Jordan, Nia Jax, Liv Morgan, and the Wyatt Six. The comeback journey leads towards another showdown with Paul Heyman's WWE Champion Jordynne Grace, with the same thing, obviously, depending on the moves you make, depending on the ways it goes. So, this year's WWE 2K25 live match system with a new structure called My Rise matches, rather than functioning as bonus content, Rise matches are now fully integrated into the main progress path. Completing My Rise matches will advance the archetype and match provide rewards with performance tracked throughout match star ratings. Throughout the comeback, players will also participate in WWE's press conferences, and they will have the hot seat while giving users the chance to comment on the biggest matches and rivals played to catch. Additional, the comeback doesn't end after winning the title. One major final decision will set the course up for the Architect title's reign. Defend the championship, or if you lose, continue to compete in Rise matches to attempt to regain the title. Rewards. You get a lot of rewards. You get arenas, championship cause parts, playable characters, weapons, paybacks, my faction content. Looks like we'll get that CM Punk, Dusty Rhodes, and more. So we obviously can't play any videos, but we will be doing the My Rise again here on the channel, and I can't wait for it. So we got one more thing to talk about, and it's my favorite mode in the game. It's the My GM. You guys know how much I love My GM. We did about 3 seasons this year, and I can't wait to bring it back in 2K26. So let's take a look at what they got this year. There are new updates when it comes to My GM. For starters, the default settings is now 50 weeks, which makes it a full calendar year, besides 2 weeks, obviously. They have also, like I work for 2K. They have increased the starting budget options based on the following: 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. For players who want freedom in their GM booking, make sure you pick 7 million. That will be me. I will be picking 7 million. The higher starting budget will help increase the average roster size per show to approximately 20 to 35 superstars per brand. This increase in the average superstars per brand will change the way players book their shows by adding more strategic opportunities. If Extreme wasn't enough for you, this year they have added the hardcore players. They have added the difficult, and if you're looking for an even bigger challenge, they have the Immortal setting, it is called, and you'll need luck on that one, I guess. One new addition to the draft is now players can easily sort by ring level, which means that they are like the best in the ring. Matches. This is what I am excited for. I'm so excited for this. We have all new match types, including one-on-one. Well, I'm stupid. They had one-on-one. They have 4-on-4, 5-on-5, or 5-on-5. They have, oh, here we go. As part of the increase in the match rules, they have now supporting 5, 6, 3-on-3, triple threat tags, 8-way matches, 4-on-4, fatal 4-way tags, 1 versus 2, 1 versus 3, 1 versus 4, and now we also have ladder matches, which we already had, Money in the Bank matches. We have Battle Royals, Bloodline Rules, I Quit, Inferno, Dumpster, and the 3 stages of hell. I am very curious, and I did see where they said that we do get to play as the Elimination Chamber in and on the pay-per-view. My question is, though, do we get to play and do we get to do the Royal Rumble? Do we get to have the War Games matches? And I know other YouTubers have talked about this, so I'm interested to see where it happens. But I can't be mad with all the new match types they've added. And as you see right there, the Elimination Chamber, as players progress through the season, they'll notice we've added new pay-per-views to the mix with larger cross-branded PLEs, supporting 6- and 8-way matches, and overall a large pool of matches taking available during the PLEs. These are, well, I didn't even realize, the Royal Rumble isn't even in here. So these are the pay-per-views that will be included. I think now that I look at it, it's probably going to be next year they had the Royal Rumble. At least I hope so. But for this year, again, I can't be mad. They've gone above and beyond. They added returning is Backlash. 2 new ones. We got Clash in Paris, Crown Jewel. 2 returning, Hell in the Cell, Money in the Bank. We got 5 new ones, Battleground, Evolution, Great American Bash, Halloween Havoc, and Night of Champions. We also have No Mercy, Worlds Collide, War Games. It says new, so maybe we got War Games now in there. And then Survivor Series, or SummerSlam, I should say, is returning, obviously. Elimination Chamber is new. And then we can't have My GM without the WrestleMania. Scheduling and showing managers for this year's shows. So for this year, they are introducing the intergender matches, which opens even more further booking. Intergender matches do require small additional cost, obviously, because you got to pay to play, right? That's what they like to do. We're also adding support for custom championships for offline play. Custom championships are fully customizable. If you want to use women belts for men's, go ahead. If you want to do the same, you could do that. I want to put the spinner belt in there, to be honest. I kind of want to run a my GM that with the big gold and the spinner belt and the old titles, to be honest. Another new feature is double booking. It means finally, the Vibe guys asked for it. I know others have asked for it, and it's finally happening. Here we are. We got it. Double booking means you can now have a superstar cut a promo and still be in a match. With bear in mind, it does reduce stamina costs for the superstar even further, as always. My GM focuses on management and strategic, so double booking means the promo location on your show is more important than ever. Just make sure you put the promo before the match. It's not that difficult. Injuries are also possible if if you do book the match before the promo, then there is a possibility your superstar is injured and that promo will be canceled and you can't change the promo. It just goes empty and you lose a whole promo for the week. So make sure if you're booking a show, you put the promo before the match. Put the promo, number one. If you're having R-Truth compete, put R-Truth at the promo and then have R-Truth be in the match. Ta-da. Make that there. That's what I got for you. But if a superstar is double booked, as I said, he is injured, the promo will be canceled. And with those 50 weeks, I cannot imagine how long some of these injury bugs are going to be. I mean, last year we had it 8 weeks, we had 7 weeks, we had 6 weeks. I bet you any amount of money there's going to be one that's at least 15 to 20 weeks of injury. And then you're just going to have to use a bunch of power cards and hope for the best. They did also add a bunch of new power cards and a bunch of new stuff. For players who are competing against their friends, we've made some updated, as I just said, power cards. For starters, players can now trade power cards. Thank God. Trade weeks, they can do that. In prior years, players were given 5 superstar trades. This year, they have 3 superstars and 2 power card spots. For players who are major fans of power cards, which I don't know why you wouldn't be, you can turn this off and you could play without power cards if you don't want to. But for me, I don't know. I don't like that. Last year, we introduced the timer to amp up the difficulty level during show bookings, and we've heard from the community, they said, and that having it started immediately was a bit much. This year, the timer will get paused before your week starts, requiring you to manually start your week, giving players some mental time and stability to prepare before booking their week. Lastly, when players or spectating matches, entrances can now be disabled, allowing players to get right into the action. Promos. In addition to the canceling promos, we have introduced invasion promos. So you could now send a superstar to Raw to SmackDown, SmackDown to Raw, SmackDown to NXT, NXT to Raw, so on and so forth. A bad promo will make your brand look bad and potentially make you lose fans. With 50 weeks, we wanted to make sure that players had the opportunity to prepare some of their upcoming superstars for the last half of the year. After 25 weeks, each season will have a chance to select up to 6 superstars from their roster to boost both their stamina and their morale. If you are familiar with how keepers work, you should be right at home. We have new GMs. We got the anonymous GM. We got Bobby the Brain Heenan. We got Stacy Keibler and more. So we got to take a look at all of the GMs now. Of course, a manager, a brand you can't have without a GM. So here are the below superstars. We got Adam and Nick. We got Adam Pearce. We got Nick Aldis. We got Paul Heyman, Stephanie McMahon, Xavier Woods, Tyler Breeze, Eric Bischoff, Mick Foley, William Regal, Teddy Long, holla holla. A new GM now. We got Bobby the Heenan, Brain the Heenan. We got Ava. Ava Rain is still in the game. Shawn Michaels, Sensational Sherry, Miss Elizabeth, Stacy Keibler is new. Mr. Fuji, CM Punk, the anonymous GM, or you could be your custom superstar. When choosing GMs, we are also adding the option for random GMs and brand selections. GMs who are playable with the game will have more sets are now available to draft with no restrictions, which means that you can play as CM Punk and have CM Punk as your GM. That's what I hated last year. I wanted to have CM Punk as my GM, but then I couldn't wrestle with them. So thankfully they changed that. Season challenges. With 50 weeks, superstars will have new challenges, make more adjustments to seasonal challenges. Players will now have up to 20 seasonal challenges per season, and every 5 they complete, they will earn a Hall of Fame trophy. Other new additions, new shakeups, new slammies, new commissioner goals, emails, power cards, tweets, superstar perks, revised logic unlocks, required numbers of superstars to draft has been slightly increased. Timer ticking notes specifically have been shortened, and tuning for all of the other things. Guys, my GM might be one of the best this year, and I'm kind of happy that they're finally putting the work into it. I'm excited for it. WWE 2K25 was good. WWE 2K26 might even be even better. I'm hoping for it. We'll see what happens, though. The game does come out March 6th. We'll be here on release day. We'll be playing the game. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully we don't have any issues. But if we do, figure it out. Technical issues is what happens. But don't you worry. We'll be here. We'll get it done and all of the things. I appreciate you guys all coming here and hanging out here with me. Let's go through the chat real quick. And then I'll let you know what we got going on this week. And then we'll say goodbye. Let's see. Cody Rhodes, but not a heel turn. So you don't want to see Cody Rhodes turn heel. Royce took on Nathan Frazier on a dark match this past SmackDown. Okay, I did not know that. Fun little fact. She said it's on YouTube. Okay, that works. Guess what Cartoon Network service is coming up? What Cartoon Network show? What do you got? Wonder if Pierce sends the crate back to Nick Aldis. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's in the crate. We're going to figure it out on Saturday. I'm sure that's exactly what's going to happen, though, is Adam's going to have the crate in his office again. And then he's going to be like, send it back to Nick. And then Nick's going to say on Friday to send it to Chicago. Because I forgot where they said they were going to be, but they're obviously not going to be in Chicago for Friday Night SmackDown. So the crate's got to go still to 2 other places before it gets to Chicago. Should be interesting to see what Nick Aldis has to say on and for the crate tomorrow. But speaking of tomorrow, while we are here, let's talk about what will be going down tomorrow on Monday Night Raw. Because we have these things going as followed. If I could find it, I had it. We have, oh yeah, that's right. I already said that. We already talked about what's going down on Monday Night Raw. We'll have to wait and see what else goes down. But for this upcoming week, we have Monday Night Raw tomorrow. We got NXT on Tuesday. And then Wednesday and Thursday, we'll be having double headers here. I think we even might be having a triple header. No, we'll be having 2 double headers. As Wednesday, we'll be doing the WWE 2K25 last episode. Yeah, I promise this is the last episode. We'll be simulating the Elimination Chamber. And then we're going to come here. You guys voted the winner of the vote for the Retro Elimination Chamber. Since we're going to be in Chicago on Saturday and not here to watch it with you guys, I still wanted to come and watch an Elimination Chamber that we haven't watched on the channel. And you guys voted, and the winner of that one will be 2014. So come and hang out as we watch the Elimination Chamber as they were on the road to WrestleMania 30 and all the things on Wednesday night. Thursday, we got a WWE Chamber preview show as I'll be here to preview the Elimination Chamber. We'll be here to let you know all my thoughts, my rumors, all the things, and everything that I think will happen in Chicago. And then it's our usual regular schedule programming. TNA on AMC. Come and hang out. 8 o'clock Central Standard Time as we watch some TNA. And then on Friday, we'll be here on the channel for Friday Night SmackDown. Except we'll be in Chicago. We'll be hanging out with Rocco. We'll be hanging out with Charlie. We'll be hanging out with all the peoples. And we'll be live from there. Saturday, we will not be live for the show, but we will be live on the Main Event Network for a mixer as Tino, the Junkies, Kyle, and I forgot who else is joining us. I think GBH is joining us, but don't quote me on that. But we'll be live for a mixer on Saturday to cover everything that will be going down. Speaking of the Junkies, we'll be having the Junkies join us on Friday for Friday Night SmackDown for the show. So make sure you come and hang out for that. Thursday night, we'll have Devin, the Tribal Chief. He'll be joining us on the channel. So we'll be having some special guests on throughout the week and everything else. I'm still trying to work on a few other people. But as of right now, that's what we got going down for Chamber Week. It's going to be a fun week. It's going to be a good week. I hope you guys all have a great rest of your Sunday. But before you go, make sure you go follow all the social medias. Go and check out the Main Event Network crew. We're on the road to 300. And speaking of the Main Event Network crew, we will be sponsoring a Warrior Wrestling very soon. So shout out to the Main Event Network guys. We doing our thing, main event moves, all of that. But also make sure you support the channel here. Congratulations again to Michelle for winning that John Cena signed poster. We'll get that shipped out to you this upcoming week. So make sure to keep an eye out for that in your mail. I have had people ask me when we're doing another one. We'll be doing another one when we hit 5,000 subscribers. So right now we're at 4,136. So when we hit 5,000 subscribers, it could be tomorrow. It could be in a month. It could be in 6 months. Whenever we hit 5,000 subscribers, we will be doing another raffle. And you guys will get a chance to win a $50 gift card to WWE Shop. So make sure you guys continue to subscribe, join the channel, and all the things, because the more we grow, the more we give, and all the things. So appreciate y'all coming and hanging out. I'm done rambling for the day. Go check out all the social medias, and I'll see you all tomorrow to begin Chamber Week with Monday Night Raw. Deuces.